Sajad Jiyad joins us in London. He's an Iraq analyst with the Baghdad-based Iraqi Institute for Economic Reform. Sajad, thanks for being on the program.
Sure, thank you for having me.
Explain to us why the battle for Tikrit is so important symbolically, politically, and strategically.
Well, symbolically, it's the hometown of Saddam Hussein. It is in the heartlands of the Sunni areas of Iraq. It used to be a city that was dominated by Saddam's intelligence services, the top army officers. So for historic reasons, it is important to be able to recapture the town and bring it back under the control of Iraq's government. In terms of strategic, it is a test of the Iraqi army's capabilities. If they're going to take back Mosul, they need to be able to fight urban warfare in the correct way. They need to be able to defeat ISIS in the place where it is strongest. That's in the alleyways, in the narrow streets, in between homes, when they're facing sniper fire, IEDs, booby-trapped homes. So it is a test. They've already tried to retake Tikrit last summer, and they failed and withdrew. So this time around, we want to see the effects of the American trainers. We want to see the effect of the restructuring of the ISF. And if they are successful, then the move on to Mosul becomes that more likely and much more possible that it will be successful without causing huge amounts of damage to a city like that.
So, Sajad, both Tikrit and Mosul were taken over by ISIL last year. It was, of course, a humiliating defeat for Iraqi troops who were trained by Americans. So what has changed since then? Do you believe Iraqi troops are better equipped to fight ISIL and recapture Tikrit and then move on to Mosul?
Yes, definitely. Don't forget, last year in June, there was actually no battle between ISIS and the Iraqi troops. The Iraqi troops just withdrew, retreated, laid down their weapons and disappeared. There was no actual battle between the two. So this will be the first time we'll see an intensive battle inside a city. And the effect of the restructuring of the Iraqi army since the PM Ebadi came to power in September, since the American trainers have been in Iraq from last August, I think that will come out positively, and we'll be able to see the effect of logistical support, air support, intelligence, even in terms of numbers. There's over 30,000 men gathered to retake Tikrit, which I think is a show of force.
So the fact that Sunni and Shiite fighters are fighting alongside one another, how significant is that in this operation?
It's extremely important. I think if there was only Shia fighters, Shia soldiers in the Iraqi army and the allied paramilitary forces, then ISIS will have achieved its objective of showing that the Shias are entering a Sunni city and they're there to cleanse the Sunnis from this area. Instead, what PM Abadi has rightly done is put together a multi-unit force. He's put in local tribesmen, local police officers, soldiers from the army, Shia and Sunni, with advisors helping them to go into the town, take it back without causing huge damage to infrastructure and without making this a Shia-only operation.
And Sajad, very quickly, we're running out of time. How important is Iran's role in this? They seem to be taking the lead in this operation.
Yes, they have. The Iranians have been in Iraq from the 11th, 12th, 13th of June last year. They've been there from the minute ISIS made its offensive against Mosul. And for Iraq, they need whatever help they can get. And the Iranians were the first to offer, and I think the Iraqis are relying on them at the moment for most of their operations in urban warfare.